Hello, everybody. How are you? And good morning to you. So I'm waking up and I'm having my coffee. Queen Booger just had her royal breakfast, the breakfast of all cat queens, fish. She likes fish. So she had her fish and she had the zoomies a few minutes ago, and now she's taking a rest on her royal throne, i.e., my bed. And I want to sit down and react to Chantal's live stream that she did a day ago because I was looking at it this morning and I feel that there's a lot of clues to what she's up to. She's been real quiet over the past day. She didn't stream at all yesterday. And the stream that happened a day ago, something interesting happened. Somebody came in with the name McMuffin and told Chantal that it's over between her and Salah, that she cannot come back to the Middle East and to just go on with her life. After this person appeared and had Salah and a woman in the profile picture, or a man who looked like Salah because it didn't exactly look like him, Chantal was visibly not happy. She was very aggravated, just shaking cheese onto her food like it owed her money. And now she's quiet. And in the past, what has happened when there's been a mention of another woman? She runs right back to Syria or Kuwait. Remember what happened with Kai Bella? Yeah. The text when Kai Bella came out, she ran right back over to Kuwait to be with Salah. So here's somebody claiming to be Salah's love interest. And even if it were a deep fake and it's not someone related to Salah, not his wife, I think just the very mention of another woman being in the picture and Chantal being pushed out would be enough to make her react. And how does Chantal usually react in situations like that? She gets impulsive and she leaves Canada and she wants to go be with Salah. And she's quiet today. So I have to ask the question, Chantal, are you planning to go back to Syria? That would be a serious mistake. You're not wanted over there. He does not love you. And if you get yourself into quite the pickle of arriving in Damascus, getting a hotel room and saying, I'm here, I don't think he's going to come pick you up. And if you get yourself into a mess, you can't get on camera and expect the bezers to bail you out of your mess and give you money to get a plane ticket to come back to Canada. I mean, it is the holiday season. Everybody's holding on to their money and using it for holidays and presents and meals and trips of their own. They don't have the money to bail you out of whatever mess you decide to get yourself into. But we're going to go over the live stream and I'm going to give my thoughts. We also got one tweet to go over, just one. There isn't a whole lot about Foodie on Twitter, just one tweet. And then we're going to get into the live stream and we'll fast forward through all the boring parts if there are boring parts. And I'm okay with that. Doesn't have to be a long react, but I hope you guys enjoy. So I want to say it's time for the Twitter peeps, but it's time for the Twitter peep. Let's go. All right, so it's time for the peep. The peep. We got one peep. That's it, just one. And here it is, courtesy of Shenanigans. Shenanigans says, so Chantal can't commit to staying in Canada for 6 months to secure her health care while being on a 1-year apartment lease with a new kitten that has yet to be named is so telling. She's about to break the lease, rehome the cat, and escape to a man that doesn't want her. So in the live stream, Chantal talks about talking to someone, and they told her, in order for you to get the health care that you want, you have to guarantee us that you'll be in Canada for at least 6 months. And she said she can't do that. So she didn't get the health care. But you're on a year lease. So why couldn't you commit to 6 months of being in Canada? I mean, make it make sense. I'm going to toss some theories of mine out on the table if y'all don't mind. Look, I've been doing tarot readings on Foodie, but even without the tarot cards, Chantal has been passing out all kinds of bat signals about the fact that she does not want to be in Canada. She's very unhappy being by herself. She wants to be back with Salah. She wants to be close to him. She wants him around to act as her servant and go get her food and act as her caretaker. And she just doesn't want to hear that he's got his own life. He's fine without her. He's happier without her. She wants the control back. And she wants to run back to Syria before something happens to her channel. I don't think it's love that's motivating her. I think she might be a little scared that what happened to Amber will happen to her. And just like Amber, she doesn't have any savings in the bank in case something does happen. She doesn't have a plan B. So I guess her solution is, I'm going to try to go back to Syria and, quote, get into his house and park herself there before she does get demonetized. Because if she gets demonetized, well, she won't need much money to survive there. Whereas if she stayed in Canada and she got demonetized, the cost of living is a lot higher. She'd be in serious trouble because there's not a single person around her that she knows that would take her in, that would float her for a while. Pete's can't do it. The family's not going to do it. I'm sure her Aunt Phyllis won't do it. She doesn't really have much in the way of options in case things go sideways. So she wants to go back, and she's trying to finagle a way to go back. And she's just not getting it through her head. That is not an escape route. That is not an escape room. He wants nothing to do with her. So just her desperation and her loneliness and her fear are going to make her act impulsive again. I just got a feeling like she's going to be traveling if she isn't already traveling. She wants to go back. She can't stand the thought of Salah just having a life while she has none. So that is the tweet. That was it. I told you, just one tweet. I wasn't even kidding. It's okay, though. We're going to get into her live. There she is. Oof. Chantal, you look rough. You look really rough. Love? What's love? Love. I need more coffee. Excuse me. You look rough, girl. How is it that you can live alone, nothing bothering you, no responsibilities, no family, no husband, no kids, and you look rough? Rough, like you haven't slept in days. What is going on, ma'am? Whatever you're doing it wrong. But enough with my person criticisms. Let's get going. What has she got to say? And don't think that I don't notice, Chantal, that you've been trying real hard lately to get in Salah's good graces. Over there, putting on the abaya, putting on the hijab, you're drinking little cups of coffee, trying to act like the demure housewife. You don't think that he's on to you? I mean, he spent 3 years with you, around you. He knows how you are. He knows all of this is an act. This is what you do when you want something. You're on your best behavior, as best as you can be. You're playing the good girl right now because you want to get into his house. And he holds all the cards in that regard, doesn't he? So you're playing the good girl. I'm over here. I'm being good, Salah. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm not coming on camera half naked, acting vulgar, being an embarrassment, trying to earn points with him. You want a gold star from Salah. It's not going to work. He doesn't want you, and he doesn't need you. You try to make it sound like always like, Oh, he needs me. He's so lonely without me. No, ma'am. You're backwards. You need him. You need a man around, but not for love, for validation. And also, you're at a point in your life where you literally can't function without someone around. You need a caretaker, and you don't want to pay a professional caretaker or nurse to take care of you. You want someone that will act as a caretaker that works for pennies on the dollar because you're cheap. You don't want a professional. You want someone who works cheap. Well, he's done working cheap. He's got his life, and you should leave him alone.
Jackie Loof. Hey. Teardrop, hello.
And I'm worried, y'all, because we haven't heard or seen the kitten lately in her streams. Where's the cat, Shantel? Where is she? What's been going on with the cat? Is she even there? Did you rehome her? Has something happened to her? You're all about that life of showing the kitten. All of a sudden she's gone. Spent $300 on a kitten, and now you're what, hiding her from the audience? What happened to that kitten?
Pooh, chili cheek, carefree. No, this is Arabic coffee. Hey, Tracy Shelby.
Girl, if you show up in Syria raging and going all the way off and crying and trying to play the victim, if you decide to go to Syria on your own, you want to fly over there thinking that by flying over to the Middle East, perhaps to a hotel in Damascus, thinking that if you arrive there, you send a text and saying, "Hi, I'm here," that he's going to come pick you up. He don't have to. And he's probably not gonna. And if at that point, if you've flown to the Middle East trying to force some kind of reaction from Salah, and he don't give you one, and then you try to play victim, oh, he told me to come here, and now I'm stuck here, and now I just don't know what to do. Don't nobody want to hear it. I mean, I'm looking at your energy right now. You want to travel. My cards have been screaming. You want to travel. You don't want to be in Canada. And the signs of you not wanting to be in Canada and wanting to go back there have been all over the place. You don't want to decorate your apartment. You don't want to name the cat. You don't want to do anything to put down roots in Canada. Like your energy for a while has been, I want to be ready to go at a moment's notice. I don't want to set down any roots here. I don't want to start a life here. You were waiting to go back there. Just wasting time until that happened. But he don't want you. And he don't love you. And if you go back to the Middle East, do you know how many bezers you're going to lose? They're going to be like, are you kidding me? We just gave you $10,000 to come back to Canada and make a life, and in less than a month, you're flying all the way back there. Are you joking? They're going to be mad. And a lot of them are going to throw up their hands and go, I'm done. I'm done being around this liar, this scammer who takes money. She cries to us and she's nice to us when she wants something, but the moment she doesn't need us, she's gone. Go ahead and take your own channel, though, Shantel. You're doing a fine job.
So, it's friggin' cold today and windy. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah, the sugar oat cookie. Saber.
Like Chantal, you got that energy of, I'm about to do something stupid. I know it's stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. I know I'm making a wrong choice, but I just can't help myself.
Thanks, Carefree. I was so tired yesterday, too. Turkey dinner. Did you ever hear of these chips?
And Chantal, I'm getting tired of you saying you're tired. You do absolutely nothing. How can you be so tired? How can one person who has nothing to do all day be so tired?
What are you doing in the sink? This cat is beezing.
It's funny that you got a kitten and we can't hear her in the background at all. No meowing, no sounds, no nothing. Is she even there? Do you still have her? I want to see proof of life.
Hey. I took some meat out. TTD fan for life, 29 months. Ready, set, release. Thank you. Lisa, thank you. I'm not embarrassed. I don't even remember it. I just remember.
Yeah, that high stream that she did, the one that I show you guys clips of, she was so doggone high, she doesn't even remember doing it. That is bad. That means you were too high, Foodie, way too high. And another thing, if you decide to go back to the Middle East after getting your body used to that amount of edibles for over a month, ooh, girl. Ooh, you're going to be in trouble. I can't imagine getting my body used to something like that in the amount that you were taking, and then having to get on a plane, and then going from way too much to nothing. Ooh, Lord. The crash is going to be brutal.
I remember being so sleepy and like passing out. We're having coffee. Hey, Shamsa. I need to cut my nails. Ew. Megasaurus. Scrape, hello. What are we doing today?
Nothing. Same as yesterday, nothing. And the day before that, nothing. And the day before that, nothing. Nothing is always on the menu and it never gets taken off. Hence the reason why the bezers are bored to death.
No, I'm not going to get my nails done. Because, I don't know. When I had the press-ons in Green Grapes, they annoyed me a lot. CFB Kingston. Hey, Krista. Were we riding the bus?
Nope.
I did say I would, didn't I? I'm just like, ugh. I don't know. I might get bus sick today. I'm feeling a bit dizzy, so I don't know if motion sickness might get the best of me.
Maybe the reason why you're feeling so sick is because you keep overindulging with those edibles. You're still feeling them from the night before. And I showed you guys that video. Cannabis toxicity is a thing. And like I said also in that video, Chantal's got a very, very badly damaged liver. She has got non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which she's had for years. Her liver is 3 times the size of normal. She might even have cirrhosis of the liver, which means that her liver is badly, badly damaged, which means that it cannot function normally. And it's having a hard time, I'm sure, with all that cannabis that she's dumping in her system. Can't really process things through and out the way that it normally does. Another reason to not do so much of those edibles, Chantal.
How do I make these red lobster things?
And you know what, Chantal? I don't want to hear nothing from you about, I'm staying in today, therefore we can do nothing. You're a content creator, or so you claim. There's a lot of things you could do inside. Even if you're snowed in, you can't go anywhere, you could get creative and do something with your bezers. I don't care what it is. Play board games or something with your bezers online. I don't know. You could figure something out, do something different, entertain them as well as yourself. And then you wouldn't be so doggone bored to the point where you're doing edibles just to numb yourself out. And here come the complaints. Oh, the bezers are so sick of this boring content. They're so angry, and I don't blame them. Especially the ones who paid for Chantal to come back to Canada and start her life. Chantal, do you see my place? It ain't the best, but it's mine. And I worked hard to get here, and I'm improving it a lot. I didn't need 10 grand to do all this, to start over. But your Beezers gave you a heck of a gift. They gave you all that money. They set you up nicely. And here you are being a boring Betty. But here's one of the complaints. Casey says, so we're not leaving the house for the 11th day? Nope. Nope. First, she was tired. Then she was sick. Now she's not sick. What's her excuse today? Oh, she'll find one. And today's excuse is, I'm not feeling well. I did too much of the edibles and I'm feeling dizzy. I might get sick. There's another excuse. Always excuses. Always.
Okay, so you preheat the oven to 425. Line a baking sheet. Okay, stir together cheese and biscuit mix.
Yeah, people in the chat are saying, go out and get some fresh air. Just walk outside your door and get some fresh air. Take a short walk if that's all you can do. Just go do something. Again, she doesn't want to do anything that connects her to Canada. She doesn't want to connect herself to Canada. She's trying to disconnect herself from Canada. She doesn't want to take walks. She doesn't want to get attached to the cat. She doesn't want to give the cat a name. She doesn't want to decorate the apartment. She doesn't want to find things to do where she's building a whole new life. She wants to hang on to her old life with Salah in Syria, and she's waiting to go back to that. So no forming attachments while in Canada, no building a life outside of Syria. Nope, can't do that. Not while she's waiting to go back there.
What am I going to make today?
Nothing.
Let's get some fresh air. Cheddar Bay biscuits. It's freezing outside. I don't want to go outside.
Chantal, you live like a polar bear anyway. You keep that apartment so cold, I'm sure that poor kitten is shivering, looking for some kind of warmth somewhere, probably hiding in the cushions to stay warm because you keep it so cold. There's always an excuse. It's either it's too cold outside, it's too hot outside. Always an excuse why you can't go out and breathe the air. Are you allergic to oxygen?
I have laundry to do.
Sure, Jan. Sure. Sure, you got laundry to do. As if you wash your clothes.
I have like pretty much a lot of stuff I got to do.
That could have been a tell, though. If she's planning to go back to Syria, if she's planning to travel, she would have to wash her clothes before she goes. So maybe she is doing her laundry. You know, getting that pre-travel stuff out of the way.
Hey, Leanne. Pickle salt for fries? Why are you acting up?
I don't hear her in the background. What are you talking about, Chantal? I don't hear that kitten at all.
Hey, Vamp Diva. Hi, everybody I missed. Christmas menu. I'm not sure. I know they're going to have it any day now. I got some Old Bay because I wanted to make a cabbage boil. Maybe I'll try anyways.
Like, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Look how shifty-eyed she's being. She won't even look at the camera. What are you up to, Foodie? Are you planning on leaving? And you know the trouble it's going to cause for your channel? You won't look at the camera like you are up to something. Look at that face. That's the face of somebody who's guilty of something, or they're going to be guilty of something and they do not want to admit it yet.
I'll make half a baked cabbage because my cabbage is huge. Baked cabbage.
Look at her. She can't even look at the camera.
Cheddar Bay biscuits. What else can I make?
And here's somebody else in the chat calling her out for her excuses. Caked Icing says, girl, it's going to be freezing till April. And when it's summer, you don't go out because it's too hot. Right. You know what? Let me just blow up the chat a little bit better. There we go. That way you guys can see. I'm sorry. I did not notice until now.
Meatballs and rice? You want me to go out there? Baked cabbage.
Casey says, what could you possibly have to do? You're going to need to leave the house regularly to combat depression. Right. She keeps saying, I'm so depressed. I'm so sad. At the same time, she says, I am incredibly busy. I'm so busy, guys. I'm so busy today. Busy doing what? If somebody says I'm busy, usually they can tell you why they're busy. Oh, I've got so much to do. I've got housework to do. I've got laundry to do. I got this and I got that. She can't name a single thing that she's busy with because she does nothing. She tries to act like she's a busy person.
I have things to do, Casey, all of which are none of your business, and I like it that way.
Defensive. Getting defensive with her own subbies. It's none of your business what I have to do. You are so snotty. You were a whole different creature when you were in Syria begging for people's money, saying, I need to get back to Canada. I want to start my life there. I'm not happy here. You were a whole different person then. You were so nice to people. Now that you got the money, now that you spent their money, I guess you feel free to be snotty to people. Bezers, take note. When she needs you, oh, she needs you. And she's so nice. But after she gets your money and you have no more money to give and you're tapped out, this little snotty creature pops out. It's a thing. It's always been a thing. Maybe y'all are waking up to that now.
The onion boil? I don't know, Debbie. Hey, Victory. You put like a bit of water and some butter, some spices, and you foil it and you put it in the oven for like a few hours.
And Shantel asking people, what should I eat today? And talking about how you're going to make the food, not content. Not content. Why does anybody have to know what you eat? Why do you have to describe how you're going to make the food? Nobody cares.
I know, teardrop. On the verge of blocking.
And you know what? Big question to the Bezers. Chantal's trying to sit high on her throne and use the thought of blocking to get some of you back in line to intimidate you. Who wants to be blocked? I'm on the verge of blocking. Using intimidation as a means to control and manipulate. But if you got blocked from Foodie, would it really be that much of a loss? I mean, what are you being blocked from? Someone who's not even a content creator anymore. She's not trying to create content. What would you be missing out on? Her coming on camera high? Or being boring? Would it be that much of a loss? I'm actually surprised that people are still got their memberships. I'd be canceling mine if I were a Beezer, which I would never would be because I don't support people in their addiction through memberships or super chats. But that's just me. Sorry, not into addiction content. Shouldn't be monetized. But anywho, those of you that are paying memberships, that choose to do memberships, what exactly is your $5 for? What are you paying for? Paying for it to be bored, right? $5 to be bored. So would it be that much of a loss if you got blocked? Nah, not really.
Girls stay home. Work from home today? The coffee looks like I'd shit my pants.
Yeah, that's another thing. I just had a thought. Chantal, you're over there drinking very strong coffee or regular coffee. Coffee can be very acidic to the stomach. I don't see how that would help you feel better if you're feeling nauseous, because all that does is irritate the stomach lining. So you're saying that you're feeling nauseous and dizzy and you're going to drink coffee? I don't see how that would help. I would think that would make the situation worse.
It's strong.
Yeah, so that means the stomach is probably screaming right now.
Black Friday shopping? No, I don't need anything, so. I'm on the fence about getting something. I've been taking taxis if I want to go out. Gifts for family. What are you talking about? Hey, Margie.
Yeah, that's another reason why Chantal would want to go back to Syria, because normally she's happy to stay in Canada and get gifts from family. They give her little So Christmas time, if she did stay another month, she will probably be spending it alone because the family is done with her. They've been done with her. I think the last time that she was in Canada and she got help with the other apartment and she basically screwed over her mother, the family just said, we're washing our hands of you. We're done. So the family, I'm sure, does not want to spend Christmas with her. So she wants to go back to Syria with Salah.
Hey, Leopold, it is strong. Black Friday isn't even cheap anymore.
And is it me? Am I wrong to say this? I'm going to blow this up for a minute. Dang it. And I messed it up. Why did I do that? I'm sorry, chat. I was just trying to, well, doggone it. Hold on a minute. I'll fix this. I'll fix it. I messed it up. I was trying to show you, blow this up because they say that the eyes are the windows of the soul. Do they not? Chantal, you look dead behind the eyes. Like there's nobody home. None.
I need an air fryer.
I don't want to hear your complaints about, I need an air fryer. Girl, you got $10,000. You could have bought an air fryer. You could have bought a crock pot. And that's really all you need. You got a stove. You would have a crock pot. You would have an air fryer. That's all you need to make whatever you want. But why are you going to get an air fryer if you don't make food at home? You like to eat fast food. What's the point of getting those things?
I have a microwave. Are you going to take us on a bus ride?
Yeah, I would think that it would be decent if people gave you $10,000. The least you can do is take a bus ride and take them somewhere at least once. I mean, I think anybody else in the world, if somebody approached them and said, look, we'll give you $10,000 and all you got to do is take a bus ride and take us somewhere, they'd be all over that offer. I get 10 grand and all I got to do is just take a ride on a bus. Sign me up.
I was going to, but I'm a bit dizzy. Hey, YouTube lover. I'm just going to be a minimalist for my place. You know, a couch, a lamp, a TV, a bed. Like what else?
And I think that's another reason why Chantal's not showing her apartment. She claims that it's because she doesn't want people to know what her place looks like. I mean, I'm looking behind you, Foodie. It doesn't look like the place is a dump. But I think another reason why you're not showing the apartment is because people gave you all kinds of money to decorate the apartment, to put things in the apartment. And I think all you have in that apartment is that couch. You don't have very much in it at all. Again, going back to the fact that you don't want to make a new life in Canada. You got the bare minimum that you needed. You got maybe the couch that might fold out into a bed, and that's all. Because you wanted to be able to get up and go back to Syria at a moment's notice. So people gave you all kinds of money for furniture. You said, I need this and I need that. You got the money for that, but you spent it all on edibles. And if you showed the apartment, then people would know.
What do you need? Something that says live, love, laugh, or whatever. You don't really need a whole lot. Yeah, I don't go out much. CEO of BK.
You don't go out at all. That's the problem.
Okay. Otherwise, no, I got to take the bus. I can't be taking taxis everywhere.
Chantal, you had 10 grand. Instead of spending like 2,000 plus on edibles and food and junk, you could have bought a used car. Forget the taxi situation. You could have had a used car. Just buy a bucket and go where you want to go and do what you want to do. But again, it goes back to you don't want to spend money to form any kind of attachments back to Canada. You want to be at the ready to leave to go back to Syria to a man that don't want you, that already has a life. Remember when Allah and Murad came on camera like long ago, y'all? Even Allah said if she stayed away for a month, Salah would be fine. He'd get his life together. He doesn't need her. He's got family. He's got friends that would gladly help him out. He doesn't need Shantel. Shantel needs him far more than he needs her.
I don't even like taking taxis. I don't like doing small talk. At least on the bus, you don't have to talk at all. I never did a giveaway. How am I going to do this? Stay home safe. The magnificent baby boy. Handsome as ever, I'm sure. I don't know, Leopold. John Candy. I don't know if I feel like cooking, though. Nothing changed here.
And this person in the chat, I'm just shaking my head. Sham says, I really hope you and Salah can get back together. But why? Why? Why do you want them back together? She doesn't love him. He doesn't love her. Even if Chantal were in Syria right now, what would be happening? He'd be leaving her alone because he wants to go out and do things. She would be unhappy. She would still be lonely. She even said they fight all the time. They constantly argue, and she wears him ragged with her constant need of food. Like I said earlier in another video, she's a burden wherever she goes. She doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to go anywhere. She doesn't clean. She doesn't keep herself clean. She expects people to wait on her hand and foot. She's a 500 plus pound burden. And she exhausts people. She wore him out, I'm sure. So why do y'all wish for them to be together? So she'll stop whining about him? Even if Chantal went to Syria, here's how it would go. She would be happy to be next to Salah for a minute. But then after a while, she'd start complaining again, and they would start fighting again. And then she would start whining about wanting to go back to Canada because the addiction monster in her head needs to be fed. She would start longing for the edibles and longing for the junk food and the fast food. And then she would start talking about, I want to go back to Canada again. And then she would come back to you bezers again saying, I need more money to go back. I'm not happy here. Wherever Chantal goes, there she is. And she's not happy being there. I think the retro react that I did yesterday kind of illustrated that. She was not happy in Canada. She wasn't happy in Cuba. She wasn't happy in Kuwait. She wasn't happy in Syria. She wasn't happy in Thailand. And she's not going to be happy anywhere until she gets herself together. Because happiness starts from within. You got to be happy with yourself and have a good relationship with yourself to be happy any place in the world. And until that happens, she's going to be unhappy, and anybody else around her is also going to be unhappy. It is not Salah's job to keep her happy. It's got to be hers and nobody else's.
You hope Salah and I can get back together.
One moment, please. Okay, let's keep going.
The coffee grounds. Remember, I would look out the window longingly.
Oh, God. I look out the window longingly. Longingly for what? Are you trying to do that big sad thing for Salah? He don't care. I'm trying to be romantic and I'm looking out the window at the snow longingly, thinking of you. Girl, quit it. Quit it. This is not a romance novel, you hear? This is not a romantic Lifetime movie. This is sad.
Debbie. Hey, chef. You're at dialysis? Hey, weird Barbie.
You know what? I'm going to speed her up. She's talking way too slow for my taste. There we go. Playback speed. Let's speed her up a little. I actually have things to do today, Chantal. I am busy.
Scooter mooter. Scooter mooter mooter.
And during this live, she kept getting messages. I don't know from who, but who is it that's sending you all these notifications?
You ran into someone on the bus? Depends where you last left them, and then now you meet them again and you're both riding the bus. What happened, Icy? Chick-fil-A bees. I'm just joking. No, I wouldn't want that. I would have left Carefree.
So Carefree asked a question. You said Salah can have more than one wife. How would you have felt if you would have got a second wife while you were with him? Now she says, I would not have put up with that. She definitely wouldn't like it. But I think she's desperate enough that she's throwing everything on the table to Salah. I think behind the scenes, she's making tons of dirty offers, offering him lots of money, whatever she's got, whatever she can get her hands on. And she might be saying, look, I don't care. I just want to be with you. Whatever you want, you can have it. So in that moment of her desperation, I think she would agree for, if you want another wife, I'm okay with that, just to get into his house. She just wants to get into his house. She wants to establish herself there again. Whatever it takes, whatever she's got to say, she's going to say it. But then when she gets there, when she's locked in, she gives up the apartment in Canada, then he's kind of stuck with her, isn't he? She wants to get into his house and she wants to create a situation of, you're stuck with me and you can't toss me out, before she reveals her evil self again.
So not very good. I wouldn't have felt very good. I drink Syrian coffee, yes. Well, it's Arabic coffee. I don't know if it's like Syrian, but.
And for the people that are asking, would Chantal be crazy enough? Would she be delusional enough? Would she be desperate enough to fly to the Middle East, to get that plane ticket and get on a plane and fly to Syria, even if Salah said, no, I don't want you back? Yeah, she would be. Why? She wants a reaction out of him. She wants him to respond to her. And she's the kind of person that just saying it's over is not good enough. She wants not just closure, but a certain kind of closure. She wants a big, dramatic closure. She doesn't want things to be silent or quiet or friendly. Like, you go your way, I go my way. Nope, nope, nope. She's a dramatic person, always has been. She wants a big reaction from him. And if he is trying to play the silent game, I'm not talking to you, let's just go our separate ways, that is not good enough. She wants to make a scene. She wants him to make a scene. And then, after the scene is made, then she can play victim. Oh my God, everybody, I'm in Damascus and Salah told me that I could come back and I'm here at the hotel and he's not picking me up. She wants to paint him the bad guy and herself the victim. She wants to be the victim. And she can't play the victim so long as he's doing things his way, which is you go your way and I go my way. Can't do it that way. She always wants to be the victim. She always wants to paint the picture of, I was wronged. I was treated so wrong, and he's so in the wrong. And in order to do that, you've got to create a scenario of, I was wronged somehow. And she will go to extremes to make that happen. She would be crazy enough to fly all the way to the Middle East and stay at a hotel and then try to, in a way, pressure him to come get her or talk to her. And I don't think he's gonna. I really don't think so. I think she's desperate enough to try anything at this point.
What am I going to make for supper, by the way? I took out some ground beef. So I can make hamburger helper.
Nobody cares about the food. Stop talking about food.
Hey, Sneaker. Are we second wife beezing? No.
No, not second wife beezing because you guys are divorced. Therefore, you're not the wife at all.
Chili?
You can't second wife beeze if you're not the wife anymore.
I'm hungry now. You've been helping yourself to your niece's snacks?
And remember, Beezers, this is what you paid $10,000 for, this content. Remember all the promises she made you. She strung you guys along and said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. What have you seen so far? What have you gotten so far? Those of you that invested your money into Shantel's future, have you gotten a proper reward back? No. And guess what? You're not going to get one. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, the money has already been spent. You can't get it back now. Hope you're happy with what you bought.
You have to be a girl's girl to be a sister wife. Yeah. That would be putting it lightly, I guess. I don't know what that even means. When I was in Syria, I talked to someone who was the second wife because she couldn't have kids or something. And she was like sisters, like BFFs with the other woman. Oh, you're going to put the tree up today? Well, that would be nice. I've never known a female that was willing to share. Hey, UCP. I do got to take you guys out, I know.
It's not going to happen, though. You'll leave before that happens. No. I'm telling you, Shantel, your beezers are going to be PO'd at you. If you go back to Syria, your channel is going to tank more than it already has. And if something happens in Syria, don't expect the beezers to bail you out again. You asked for a lot of money, you got a lot of money, and they don't have money to give now.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to share, you know. Hey, Maxine. And then there's this, then there's this lady I watch. She's American and she lives in Syria now. And she's the second wife. She's from the States and she moved to Syria and she has her own house. Like each wife should have their own house. I'm not saying a big fancy house or anything like that, but they need their own separate quarters. So she has her own quarters. Then the husband spends some time with the wife and some days of the week with the second wife.
So basically, you are confessing that you've been all over TikTok, you've been all over the internet because you're trying to see what it would take to be a second wife. Like you're really trying, aren't you? Trying to learn what it means to be a second wife, how it is all arranged. So you've learned that if there's a second wife or a third wife, they have their own residence. And all the wives share one husband, and the husband shares time individually with each wife. I hate to be rude, Shantel, but it is what it is. Given the fact that you are a food addict, you require a lot to keep up with. So much so that even on your own, you have to crowdfund and crowdsource out to other people to keep you fed. There's no possible way that Salah could make enough money to even feed you, let alone support you. Plus, you are attention starved all the time. You are not going to be cool with him spending time with other people. You get jealous of him spending time with family members, his own family. You're jealous of anything that you feel takes attention away from you. Children, people, pets. You want him all to yourself, but that's not how life is over there. He's got a family. He might have children. He might have another wife. These are all things which means his attention has to go to other things that are not you. You loved it being in Kuwait with just him, and I'm sure you want that life back, but you're not getting it back. Do you understand me? It's not coming back. He's someplace else now, surrounded by people that want his company, and they don't want your company. And you are an arrogant little child that wants to commandeer all of his attention. And here's the thing. He doesn't want to give it to you. Even when you were in Kuwait, he still didn't want to give it to you. And there was nobody else there. So take a lesson from that. Even if there's nobody else around, he doesn't want to spend his time with you. You're not a pleasant person. You're not nice. You don't want to do anything. You don't belong with him and his family.
So, you know. There'd be arguments. You know, you drive yourself nuts if you did that.
Yep.
Become a second wife? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you would agree to it if it meant you can get back over to Syria and live somewhere rent-free. I think you're honestly scared of being demonetized. And if that happens and you're in Canada, you're in deep doo-doo. You're trying to use the Middle East as some kind of escape room in case something happens to your channel.
They better be in different countries. Yeah, I think they have regulated times with the husband. Exactly. At least you could share.
Now, I could see Shantel if she did go back to Syria. If Salah, by some miracle or moment of insanity, whichever you comes first, if she agreed to it, she'd be blowing up his phone all the time. Salah, I'm hungry. Bring me food. Salah, I'm out of food. Salah, I'm sick. Something's wrong with me. She'd be blowing up his phone all the time with excuses and reasons why he's got to spend time around her.
Share the housework with someone. Yeah, at the wedding revenge, I heard that, Kanina. She burnt the whole thing down. Yeah. That was like in Kuwait, yeah. I was like, what the? One husband is even too much. No, I mean, the only reason I went to Syria was for Salah. That's it. You know?
He don't want you, though. Let go of him. Let go. Let go. The whole thing between the two of you was a money agreement. It was a contract. The contract is over. Stop being freaking stupid and acting like the contract is still a thing. He doesn't want you. Let go, stupid.
I know, Margie, but I can't show my house or tell details about it, even about my laundry, nothing.
And Chantal, did you forget that while you were in Syria, you could not do YouTube? Did you forget about all the times that you would try to live stream and you'd be lagging like a mofo? The internet over there is not the best. You couldn't make much money over there, and it was driving your bezers crazy because of the lag and the circle of death happening on the screen all the time. You can't do what you need to do over there.
Like, unfortunately.
Like, the only reason why Salah would let you over there is because you be the moneymaker, you be the piggy bank. He might put you in a separate area and say, just make money. Make money for me and my other wives. And then give me the money. And for that, I'll go run and get your food. And I might say hi once in a while. You basically be the pay pig wife.
Nikki. Okay, should I cook something?
Oh, God, we're talking about food again. Girl, quit it.
I was like, really, remember how desperate I was looking for a place in Syria? So I just took whatever. But I don't know if I want to be here forever. So that fact that I don't know if I'm going to be here forever in this apartment makes me not want to decorate it. Hey, Altverse.
Yeah, but you're going to be there, according to you, for at least a year. So even if you are not in that apartment beyond a year, if you plan to stay in Canada, wherever you go, don't you need furniture? I mean, if you're going to be there for a year, you need some furniture, don't you? And then if you move somewhere else, wouldn't you want to take the furniture with you? I would think that'd be important.
It's not going to be Iona, I don't think. I would love to have like a house in the country, but I need a car.
Chantal, you don't even have a car. You're daydreaming again. You don't even have enough money for a car. So how in the world are you going to have a house in the country? And would that even work? I mean, I hate to be negative Nancy over here for your dreams, but you in the house in the country would not work. You need to be someplace where you have access to the fast food. You need to be in the city. Because a house in the country means you be on your own, and you got to be pretty self-sufficient to live out in the middle of nowhere on your own. What if something happens to you? You don't have any neighbors. Who's going to call 911? No hospital nearby. Maybe that's a dream, to live out in the country, but That would mean you got to be self-sufficient and know how to take care of yourself, and you don't know how to do that. So much so you need a caretaker.
So maybe this year I'll just be frugal and like not buy stuff for this place and just save up till my lease is up.
That confirmed it right there. She's not bought much for that apartment. Maybe I'll be frugal, meaning she doesn't have much. I bet anything that all she's got is that couch and that cat. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's the way you want to live. But she did take a lot of money from people saying, I need this furniture and give me money for this and give me money for that. And they gave. And then all the money's been spent on anything except that.
You should make decorations can go really with you. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be here like after a year. I might move after my lease.
And some of the bezers are catching on. Egg on leg says no decorating. Talking about Salah and not naming the cat makes me feel like you're still fence sitting to take Salah back. Oh, eggs. Bless your heart. Honey, she's not sitting on the fence. She's ready to hop over it as fast as she can and get on that plane and go back to him. She's like a little girl saying, I want my daddy. Inside of her head, that's what she's doing. I want my daddy. I want to be back with my daddy. I want to be back with Dada. She wants to be back into his house being a problem. Yep. She wants to be back in her playpen. Yeah, and CEO says, you're always saying that, but you overspend on dumb crap. Casey says, if you want to save money, stop ordering food so often. Yeah, good advice.
That's a wonderful idea. You want to be dazzle my apartment, the cloud couch? The cushions on the cloud couch are not the greatest, to be honest. They're too flat and they don't ever get like fluffy enough.
Not to be rude, Chantal, but to be fair, you are super morbidly obese. You would need very strong reinforced furniture, and maybe it wasn't built for somebody who is over 500 pounds. Maybe that's the reason.
Zero chance he'll be there after a year. Another reason Pete shouldn't move away from his family. I mean, basically, hey, Habibi J, the clout couch. We need the blue couch. Move to a cheap country.
Well, she's trying to. She's trying to go back to Syria because she knows she's got a contact there, someone who can go get her food and take her places and live rent-free. And that's exactly what she wants. She wants to live rent-free. She hates paying rent in Canada.
EWU. The lady from the healthcare called me today, and she's for my health card, and she's like, oh, what'd she say? You have to guarantee, like, this is a contract. If we reinstate your healthcare, that you're going to be in Canada for the next 6 months out of the year. And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I don't have plans to leave, but I couldn't make that commitment because I'm.
Well, if you don't have plans to leave, then why can't you make that commitment? You're not making sense. If you've got a year lease and you're going to be there for a year, then 6 months should be a breeze. So what's the problem? You're not making sense. Oh, it goes back to that. I don't want to make any commitments to Canada again. I got it. You don't want to put roots down. You don't want to make any commitments because, again, you want to be at the ready to leave to go be with him at any time.
Like, you know how my life is.
You mean how your life was. And it's different now. You should be committing to your life in Canada, not structuring your life around the possibility of being with Salah. That's over. It's completely over.
This should be a hard guarantee. I didn't sign it because I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, what's gonna happen. What if I need to leave, or what if I want to leave, or
Leave to go where? Leave to do what? Your bezers just gave you money to stay in Canada and start over. What do you mean leave?
the lease is for a year. I know. I'm like, okay. So I told her I'd get back to her. Like, I need to like plan.
Is this like her trying to set people up to when she just pops up back in Syria? I think it is. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might be leaving. I might be traveling. She is setting people up for when she pops back up in Syria.
I need to definitely plan out the next year of my life. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, if it's just going to be me, and it's just going to be,
Casey says, so you're just going to throw away any chance of getting better? I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face. She's not committed to getting better. She's not committed to being healthy. She's not committed to healing herself. She's committed to staying the mess that she is. You beaters can get mad at me if you want to, but am I lying? Do I have a reason to lie to you? I'm not lying to you. Chantal's guilty of lying to you and manipulating you and taking your money and doing nothing to show that she's committed to a new life. She's still holding on to the old life, and she might be running back to it right now.
yeah.
Or trying
I probably flagged you. If it's just going to be me.
Yes, and here's another point. Cake and Icing says, but you have a cat and you can't even commit to 6 months. Yeah, about that. So when you take on a dog or a cat, usually a cat or a dog will live about, I would say, 15, 20 years, maybe longer. So you took on this kitten who's very, very young. Knowing that as an owner, that they're going to live for a long time, probably over a decade. It's a lifelong commitment. If you take them on as a kitten or a puppy, you are supposed to be there through all of their seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. You are there for them when they're young and they're cute, but you're also there for them when they are in their senior years. That's the way it should be done. If you can take them on when they're young and cute and cuddly, when they get to be senior animals, you don't abandon them. You don't let go of them because they've given you so many years of love, loyalty, devotion, companionship. You are their lifelong companion. And if you can't do that, if that's not who you are, you shouldn't have the doggone pet. So you got this kitten for attention, Chantal. You treated it like an investment. Oh, I'm going to use the kitten to make lots of money on YouTube. Well, that didn't work. And you're going to let it go? You should have let somebody else have it. You suck.
Then, like,
Casey says, how would you even get back to Syria? With what money? Yeah, with what money? You want to go back there with what money? Again, are you going to try to create a situation of desperation of, I'm going to take what money I've got left and get a plane ticket and go to Damascus and then put it on Salah like, hey, I'm here. I don't have money to go back. I don't have a return ticket. You need to come get me. Try to force him into a corner of no escape. It ain't going to work. He don't want you. You can't force him to take you back.
what do I want with my future? That's what I should have thought about that. I know. Explore with us. Yeah, I like that channel. What's crazy?
And you know what? I'm I am not one to tell people what to do with their money or their lives. Consider this free advice. Anybody on that side that's a beezer, if Shantel makes the choice to go back to Syria to be with Salah, even if she makes it halfway there, and then she has the nerve, the gall, the audacity to get on live crying, saying, I'm here and he don't want to come pick me up. Can y'all give me money so I can come back? My advice, don't give her anything. Nothing. You gave her $10,000 to start her life. And if she decided to F that up and go back over there, that is her choice. That is her decision. And then she needs to get herself out of the mess that she created for herself, because you guys gave her a golden gift of opportunity that not many people in the world get. And obviously she's spitting in your face. She's playing in your face of, I took your money. I spent it. I had a good time. I partied. I had a space in which to live. I had enough money and I used that money to get a kitten. Don't nobody need to be compensating her for how stupid she's acting, for how out of control she's acting. Maybe if she has to deal with her own consequences, she might finally learn that you can't rely on other people to bail you out of messes. That's just me, though. I'm sorry I'm getting loud, but I get mad when I see stupid people doing stupid things. Don't give her nothing.
Yeah, of course I want to be healthy. Yeah.
Like those of you in her chat, you are not her mom. You are not her dad. You are not family to her. Look at the way she treats y'all. Like children that she can control, manipulate, get money out of. One minute she's being nice when she needs something, and the next minute she's being rude when she no longer needs you. Do you need that in your life? I don't think you need that in your life. You really don't need it. She's taking advantage of the fact that you guys like her to get stuff out of you. And then she makes you feel bad if you don't give it to her. Value yourselves first. You got things to do. You got stuff that you need to spend your money on. Spend the money on those things. Not her. She's a grown ass woman. She's 41, almost 42. She should have figured it out by now. Don't be her safety net. If she falls, let her fall. She might learn if she falls. She might say, ow, that hurts. I don't think I like that. I don't think I want to repeat that experience. So I'm going to make sure I don't fall. I'm not going to rely on people anymore. Break the cycle of enabling. Break it. It needs to be broken.
6 months is not a lot of time. Yeah, that's true. I guess I can just, email them and say, okay, that's fine. I'll be in Canada.
No, I can't believe that she's going to her own chat and saying, what should I do? Should I sign up for the healthcare? Yeah, stupid, you should. Look how sick you are. Look how sick you've been. Why wouldn't you want the healthcare? Didn't you say you need to come back to Canada and get the healthcare? You need the healthcare. You need a lot of care. You need mental help. You need psychological help. You need inpatient. Why wouldn't you go for the healthcare? Why wouldn't you want to stay to fix these things? What, you're going to go back to Syria a mess, physically, emotionally, mentally, and you think it's going to carry over well with you and Salah? Come on now. It was a problem before. It'll be a problem now.
Charles, but I don't know, what my life, you know how I am. 1 minute I'm here, 1 minute I'm there.
Where 1 minute I'm here, 1 minute I'm there. There where? There where? You want to go back. Yeah, look at the people in the chat. They're like, bruh, what are you saying without saying it? Oh, she's saying it. Pick up on it, chat. Come on. Come on. Catch up. Catch up. She's saying it without saying it. She wants to go back. She's planning to go back. She's not going to want to stay in Canada. Catch up, chat. I mean, it's coming at you. Let the data come in. You're getting the download. Wake up now.
You know? I didn't turn down the healthcare, making shit up. I just have to like let them know what my plan is. Yeah. Well, I can just email them back and say yes. Like it's, you know what I mean? But I was just like taken aback. Like even that kind of commitment, I don't know. Even though that's what I need, you know?
And I'll tell you what, Bezers, if you guys don't call, if she goes back to the Middle East, if she shows up in Syria, if you guys don't rip her a new one, you're all pathetic. She took y'all's money. She made all those promises. She was crying those tears. She was complaining about, I'm not happy here in Syria, and I'm going to go back to Canada, and I'm going to do great content for y'all. You guys gave her $10,000 for great content, and she has not delivered even a little bit. If you guys don't call her all the way out for lying to you, for scamming you, I'm sorry, not to be mean, but that is just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic that she played in your face, that she scammed you, that she lied to you, and you're not holding her accountable. You may like her, but if she does that, she's proving she really doesn't like you, that she doesn't respect you enough to even walk outside and show you the outside and give you guys some great footage, which is not a lot to ask. Getting $10,000 just to broadcast something live, it's nothing. It's not a lot to ask. Stop letting her get away with scamming you and not holding her accountable. Hold her feet to the fire.
Kawaii, Sushi Cat. Welcome to Very Important Piece of Recipes. Okay, what am I going to eat? I didn't eat the manwich. Should I make that? Is it good? I haven't had manwich.
Oh, God, more food talk. Shut up. Tired of hearing about food from you. You don't even present food in an interesting way. If you were a food channel and you were, I'd be like, okay, you're doing some interesting food content. Good for you. But all you do is talk about food, think about food, think about food. Girl, stop. Stop.
Yeah, I have ground beef. Oh, but it's still frozen. I have some veggies and some rice.
Oh, God, shut up.
No, not Shannon. So we're going to make Italian herb hamburger helper. Syria, probably when I first got there and we went to the park.
There she goes, being nostalgic again. Remember when I went to Syria and we went to the park? You can go to the park in Canada. Canada's beautiful. Look, I like being in Albuquerque in New Mexico. It's beautiful here. It's a different kind of beauty. It's desert beauty, but it's very serene. I love the vibe here. But Canada, you guys have a different kind of beauty. It's forest, it's trees, it's majesty. Gorgeous. I would love to visit Canada, especially right now. I'm sure it is so beautiful. Yes, I'm jealous. I will admit I'm a jealous hater because I can't go and see all of that majestic beauty you guys have. Oh my God. I would love to see it at least once. But you live in it, Shantel. You are there. Canada is gorgeous. It's so big. It's so wide. There's so much to do, and you are not doing it. You moron. Content creator in a land as majestic as Canada, and you're not showing nothing. You're not going nowhere. Why?
and I had to use the squat toilet at the park. And also, there was somebody that got shot. $425.
Yeah. Paul says, "Don't talk to me." I remember that moment. Something was happening, and you're like, "Don't talk to me." You and Salah going at it. "Don't talk to me."
I mean, pause. Do you know any couples that don't fight? By the way, I was on 80-cent antidepressants.
Oh, so that's why you want to go back. The cheap chemicals that you can get. You were bragging about, oh, the cheap stuff. You want to go back there because it's cheap. That's why she wants to go back, y'all, because no rent, no bills, cheap pills. Everything's cheap there. You're broke, ain't you, Foodie?
Like, I mean,
You know what, Foodie? I think it's become very, very clear that over the years, your addictions have been growing to such a point that you are trying to seek out places where you can feed your addictions and keep them fed. You're not decreasing them. You're not lowering the levels. You want to keep your addictions at such a high level that you're like, I need to go someplace where I can live basically for free so I can eat more food and do more chemicals and afford it. As your paycheck gets smaller and your addictions grow higher, you got to find somewhere where you don't have to spend money on rent, because maybe now at this point you can afford to pay rent because your addictions are just that great. They are out of your control.
it's nice seeing you make food. Yeah.
Okay, I love the fast forward button. She's not even in front of the camera. Goodbye.
Are you my bezers? Yes, you are.
And can I just say, from a content creator perspective, I think it is absolutely in bad taste. You got a live stream going and you're eating while people are trying to talk to you. I mean, how in the world do you talk to people with your mouth full of food? And it's one thing to snack on something, but to eat a full-on meal while you got a live stream, just tacky. Really tacky. Having people watch you eat, stuffing your mouth full of food, and the way she does it. Ugh. How about eat and then do a live stream? Save the food for either before the live stream or after it's over. How about that? Just good manners.
It'll be fine for you, and I love you just the same.
Look at this. She's spending most of the live stream not even being in front of the camera. What is this? Look. Running up the meter for that Google AdSense money. Rude. Uh-oh. Oh, she's mad. What happened? Oh, I think this was the moment when somebody came into her live chat, McMuffin, with a profile picture of her and Salah and a woman. And even if it was AI, a lot of people are saying it was an AI picture. I got questions, though. I really got questions. And here's the question. Chantal uses filters on top of filters on top of filters, right? So whenever we've seen Salah on camera, that means the filters are on him too. Would his face look a lot different if the filters were taken off? Could that have been him? Maybe. But let's just say it wasn't him at all. The fact that Chantal, just the idea of him being with another woman like that triggers her. Remember what happened with him and Kai Bella? The moment that those texts came out, what happened with her? She ran right back over to the Middle East. Yes, she did. got on that plane. She was supposed to stay in Canada for a while, and she said, nope, I'm going back over there. I'm going to get my man. So here comes somebody in with a picture of a man that looks like Salah and a woman, a very attractive woman. And isn't it funny that she's quiet today? And she is aggravated. Look, this is the quiet anger. She's seething inside. Seething. She mad. She big mad. Look at that face. Look at that face. Woo, girl, you mad.
Hi, Sam loves cornbread, pickle soup. I'm just going to mix.
She's trying not to be mad. She's trying not to show it, but trust me, she's mad.
The cheddar bay seasoning on the cheddar bay biscuits.
And she said somebody was coming over today, but could that be a cover for her trying to travel? Maybe. Because who's going to come over? Natter? You're going to have Natter over? Natter don't want nothing to do with you. You're trouble walking on 2 feet. He's got his own issues. He don't want to see you.
I don't know if it's going to.
And I don't think Pete wants to come over. I think Pete saw something, was exposed to something the last time he was there, and he said, nope. I don't think he was too happy after spending the night with Shantel.
Turn out. So now we just let them sit, I guess. You ready?
I'm sorry about the eating, y'all. I hate it. I've never seen a more noisy, gross eater. Between the jaw clicking and horses are more quiet when they eat. I'm sure Goose Chuck could back me up on that one. Lord, she's just a noisy, gross eater.
Tamales. Hey, not wet plant. No, I'm eating the biscuit. What the fuck?
Don't worry, y'all. We're getting there. We're almost there.
Why are y'all trying to mess with me? Huh?
Because it's easy. You know what, Chantal? You like to say the girl world, we try to incite your rages, but I think even the bezers are guilty of that. Y'all, come on, bezers. Some of y'all, you're so bored with her content, you want to see her get mad. You want her to blow up because then it's interesting content. I mean, if she's not willing to go outside and give you guys interesting content, might as well make her mad and get interesting content that way, right? Get something for your $10,000 that you spent. Hey, I understand. Boring is boring and interesting is interesting, and she's not willing to be interesting on her own, so you got to poke at her.
I think y'all are trying to mess with me.
You're easy to mess with, to be honest. You are. You are.
And be like,
You know what, Chantal? If it were really over, you and Salah are divorced. It's over. You're living your life now. You can do whatever you want. You can go where you like. You can spend time with whoever you like. It's over. So what does it matter if Salah has someone in the picture or not? He's got his life now. Why are you so bothered? Because you want to go back? And you don't like the idea that somebody else might be there. And if somebody else is there, he may not let you back. You want that door open. You want the possibility of escape. Well, guess what? There isn't one.
Ben is talking to another woman already.
Ooh, she's aggravated. Ooh, y'all watch her face. This is where it gets good. Y'all lean in. She's mad. Watch the way she shakes that shaky cheese. She's going to shake it aggressively like it owes her money and the rent is due. With that face.
Sorry.
Look at her face. Look at it. Mm-hmm. Mad, Chantal.
You want Nobu? You always want Nobu.
Girl, how much cheese you putting on that? Aggressively shaking and not just like a little bit. No. She is so angry. Let it out, Chantal. It'll make you feel better. Don't hold that in. Let it out. Come on. You know you want to. And you know what? If the possibility of Salah being with somebody else was not a possibility, she would not be this mad. If she were really starting her life in Canada, she'd be like, I don't care. I don't care. Moving on. But no, look at her. Look at that face. That looks disgusting.
People just salivate at the idea of misery of others. I know.
But if he's got his life now and you got your life now, why would you be in misery? After all the bezers have given you, all that they provided you with, they've given you more than enough to start your life and be happy. Why would you be miserable? Why? You shouldn't be miserable. You should be, okay, he's with somebody. That stings a little bit, but it's not a big deal. That's the way you should be looking at it.
It's shaky.
One moment. Sorry about that. Need some fresh coffee. Let's keep going. We're almost done.
Cheese.
Again, apologies for her eating. I don't want to see it.
Like I give a shit.
Well, if you don't give a crap, why are you acting so aggressively? If you don't care, you don't care. But why are you like shaking that cheese like you're like it offended you somehow?
That's what you said. I mean, right? Yum, teardrop. That was a Photoshop.
And you know what, Chantal, you're kind of telling on yourself with the food right now. I can tell that you're shook. I can tell that you're angry because when you get mad, you eat even faster and aggressively. And that's what you're doing right now.
Picture.
Look how her energy just shifted. She's like, I'm mad and upset. And she is eating her feelings. She's doing that food cope right now.
We're having a baby. That was quick. You boot me out of Syria? Get right on down to business or what?
Ooh, but she's not bothered. Let's hear that again. And look how she's telling on herself with that anger. And it's interesting. She just said, you booted me out of Syria and then got down to business. But Chantal, I thought that you left on your own, that it was amicable, that you wanted to come back. Now you're saying he booted you out of Syria? Huh. So the story is changing a bit, isn't it, y'all? The plot thickens.
Italian beef noodle.
This is why we like when she gets mad. Because it's the only time she tells the doggone truth is when she's mad. If she's not mad, she lies.
Something. I forgot. I need an air fryer.
You know, I really wish that Salah would put something out, even subtly, saying, yes, I'm with another woman. It doesn't have to be nasty. Just saying that he's with somebody. And that way it would shut all of this down. Just shut it down. I don't know if he's stringing her along. I don't know if he's trying to be nice and like let her go quietly. But Shantel is someone that you can't do things quietly with her. She's not a stable female. You've got to be direct. You've got to slam the door in her face. You've got to let her know the door is slammed in your face for her to get it. She's an extreme person and she wants an extreme reaction. This whole thing needs to just be cut off. Otherwise, she's going to keep it going until eternity.
That was a Photoshop picture.
Okay, it's a Photoshop picture, so why are you so upset? Why not just laugh it off and say, that was Photoshop. Oh, good try, trolls. Good try. Why are you so upset? Why are you aggressively eating right now? As soon as you saw that picture, why are you being so aggressive with yourself?
We're having a baby. That was quick. You boot me out of Syria? Get right on down to business or what?
There we go again. You booted me out of Syria? So you did not leave on your own? He told you to leave? So if he told you to leave, what are the chances that he'll want you back? Even if you flew all the way there and you stayed at the hotel in Damascus, do you really think he's going to pick you up? Do you think he loves you? If he loved you, wouldn't you already be there? Because let me tell you something, Shantel. Listen, pay attention. If two people love each other, there's not a thing in the world that can stop them from being near each other. They will swim an ocean. They will cross Mount Everest. They'll do what they got to do to be with one another. If he really loved you, it wouldn't be a money deal. There'd be no money involved. You wouldn't have to pay to be there or negotiate or throw dirty offers on the table. He would say, just come on over. I love you. I miss you. Come on over. But he's not doing that, is he? You're trying to force your way into that man's life. You have no business being around him nor his family. You weren't cool with his family, and his family matters a lot to him. You don't belong with him. You don't belong around him. You're trying to fool yourself into thinking you have a place with him, but you don't. You absolutely do not. So trying to force your way into somebody's life does not mean that you belong there. Understand that. You have a life in Canada. You may not like the life in Canada, but it is still your life. Stop trying to be someone that you're not for the sake of trying to manipulate another person to get back in their house just because you're not willing to work on your channel, on your content, and make enough money to support yourself. Trying to run to the Middle East because you don't want to pay rent. Girl, you're being ridiculous. If you'd knock it off with the bags of edibles, you'd have enough money to live.
I don't know what a morning glory muffin is, but it's like some kind of morning muffin you have with coffee.
I don't know if y'all can spot this, but she's doing aggressive eating. Look at her. She's mad. She's trying not to say something to keep from saying something, to keep from, blowing her top. She's stuffing her mouth full. This is what shuts her up. Food.
Oh, with seeds. Air fryer bees.
Oh, and here we go. Margie says, honey, he didn't boot you out. You chose to leave, and deep down, you still know it was the best thing for you. I celebrate your strength. He didn't boot her out. She left on her own. She was complaining about, I can't be here, da 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 da. So she left. Were you doing that to kind of try to manipulate Salah? Oh, I'm going to go back to Canada and take my money with me because I want him to beg me back. Well, guess what? He ain't. He don't have to. He don't need you. You need him. You tried playing those power play games and they backfired. He's got his life back now. He don't want you in it. He don't need you in it.
I wanted to leave, yeah.
Yeah, you did. So you got what you wanted. You left. Are you regretting your decision? Too late. Too late. Because you didn't just leave and come back to Canada. Oh, no. You were in Syria collecting lots of money from people. Now you have an obligation to fulfill your promises. And if you don't expect more help from the bezers. You screwed up by asking for all that money, by making all those promises. Time to pay the bill.
A part of me did, and a part of me didn't.
Because you want it all. You want your cake and you want your ice cream. You want to be able to stay in Syria, not pay rent, not pay bills, and also have access to fast food. And you want a caretaker to go get you that fast food. If you could put Syria and Canada together and have the benefits of both, you would, but you can't. You got to make a decision about what you're going to do and who you're going to be. Stop being that person that you're like between two doors and trying to hold both open. You got to make a choice. You can't have everything you want, Foodie. Nobody in life can have everything they want.
Nothing happened yesterday. I didn't come on camera, and that pissed a bunch of people off. Is that what you're talking about, or? I wish we could play a board game. You guys wish we could do that? How can we do that?
Yeah, Shantel, when she was there, she hated everything. She hated the doorbell. She hated the fact that family were there, in his ear, around him, taking attention away from her, throwing temper tantrums like a baby. You're not paying attention to me. You're not around me all the time. Da 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 da. But when you were around him, you guys fought. What do you expect him to do? Just sit there and sit next to you and watch movies all the time? You and your unbathed self? He's supposed to be happy sitting next to somebody who doesn't take a shower? Come on now. I mean, who wants to sit next to somebody for hours that smells like a freaking garbage bag? You want someone to be close to you, but you don't even take care of your hygiene. You don't even try. So you want to be a dirty, filthy, smelly mess, boring, going nowhere, doing nothing for yourself, and you think it's going to make anybody happy? No.
Hey, cat lady. Hey, lady. Largest buffet. Get a PC. Am I chatting a new man? Never.
No, she's not chatting a new man. She just wants to stay attached to Salah. Again, this is her making herself available to Salah. I'm not focused on anybody else. I don't want anybody else. I want you, but he don't want you though. Let go of him, you obsessed creature.
People are energy vampires. You want to make a snowman that looks like me? Hey, Mike. The helper is going to help you fall.
Okay, you know what? We're done here. She's laying down. I'm done. I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Shantel still hasn't gone live yet, so we'll see. I got a feeling she's going to be traveling real soon or try to, and that's why she's gone completely silent. But who knows? She might pop up in Syria for all we know, at a hotel, crying. Salah don't want me. No, he never did. You chose to go over there by yourself. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.